Y'all, Megan the Stallion is in the news again. What is going on with these celebrities and why are they taking up all the court spaces? Let's get into it, y'all, shall we? Y'all, Megan is back in the news again, y'all. I think she amended her complaint from before against the blogger and she refiled. Let me see. Okay, so take a look. Tory Lanez accused of coordinating Megan the Stallion harassment from prison using the Millargo-grams. So it says the lawyers for Megan the Stallion allege that Tory Lanez is continuing a harassment campaign against her from prison using social media personality Millargo Cooper, aka Millargo-grams, as a proxy to spread misinformation and defamatory claims. According to an amended lawsuit filed by Megan's legal team and reported by legal affairs and trials journalist Megan Cuniff, recorded phone calls between Lanez and his father, Sunstar Peterson, suggests he remains involved in efforts to discredit her while serving his 10-year prison sentence for pow-powing her in 2020. Now, my personal opinion, if the justice system found you guilty and you pow-powed, even if it wasn't directly at her, maybe you pow-powed at the ground. I think that's what his story is. He didn't really pow-pow, but it ricocheted and hit her. You still pow-powed her. Hello? First of all, you're guilty of doing that. Second of all, if you got sentenced to 10 years, sit your hiney down. Guess what? You don't have to do the entire 10 years. For good behavior, you would get out within 6 or 7 years. But now that she has to refile, you might get more time. Your time might get extended because you're still harassing the said victim that you allegedly pow-powed. I don't know, I wasn't there. I'm only going based on, what the court says deemed your punishment. Let's continue. In one phone call, the Petersons confidently asserted that Miss Pete would be unable to prove that Mr. Peterson paid defendant for attacking Miss Pete, the lawsuit states, referring to Megan's legal name as Megan Pete. The lawsuit accuses Lanez of working with Millargo-grams to amplify false narratives about Megan. Cooper has been accused of spreading misinformation, including claims about Lanez's DNA evidence and promoting an altered AI-generated S video of Megan on her platforms. Megan's attorney argued that Cooper's actions, allegedly coordinated with Lanez, constitute extreme and outrageous conduct intended to harm Megan's reputation and cause emotional distress. They also alleged that Lanez and Cooper have employed automated social media bot accounts to attack Megan and her supporters online. Prosecutors cited Lanez's efforts to spread misinformation and discredit Megan's during his trial, and Judge David Hereford factored his behavior into Lanez's sentencing. Megan's legal team says these prison phone calls are further proof that the harassment campaign did not end with Lanez's incarceration. The amended lawsuit also seeks damages for defamation and emotional distress, as well as a permanent injunction to prohibit Cooper from engaging in further defamatory acts or harassment. Megan's attorney argued that Lane's coordination with Cooper demonstrates an ongoing pattern of retaliatory behavior aimed at Megan. Tory Lanez, whose real name is Daystar Peterson, is serving his sentence at the California Correctional Institute in Tehachapi. I don't know. He will be eligible for parole in 2029. That is what? Really, what, 4 years away? So he's done at least a year, maybe year and a half, something like that. Meanwhile, Cooper continues to deny the allegations, claiming Megan's lawsuit is an attempt to silence critics. Well, y'all need to just leave her alone. How about that? Leave her alone so she has no way or no reason to accuse you of harassing her. Leave her alone. Let it go. If anything, be a positive sounding board for Tory for when he gets out. Clearly, y'all have a thing. So this is the lawyers. They slammed the new lawsuits. And I think that the 3 men submitted. I reported on that just a few minutes ago. But the lawyers are coming back and saying they're full of lies, and they vow to fight back. I don't particularly believe those ones that the men submitted, but I don't know. I wasn't there. But Sean Diddy Combs' attorneys are denying the allegation in the 3 newly filed lawsuits, accusing the music mogul of R and S assault. In a statement Thursday, Combs' legal team called the claims full of lies and pledged to disprove them. These complaints are full of lies. We will prove them false and seek sanctions against every unethical lawyer who filed fictional claims against him. So now they are taking Hove's lead. Now, if they can prove that these are allegations are false, even just one, this whole case is going to get blown up. If they can prove that at least one is fictitious and really can't have any hardcore evidence against the others, they done as far as dumping all these filings, because you're not going to be able to pinpoint who's telling the truth and who's not. And that's unfortunate for the real victims, if there are real victims out there. The only victim that I honestly see is Cassie, and she was a victim of being in a very abusive relationship. That's my personal opinion, and I'm entitled to it. The lawsuit filed anonymously in the New York Supreme Court alleged that Combs rugged and assaulted 3 men between 2019 and 2022. The plaintiffs, identified only as John Does, described similar scenarios in which they claim Combs or his associates lured them to private locations, plied them with doctored drinks, and assaulted them while they were unconscious. One of the plaintiffs, a former longtime employee, alleges he was attacked in a New York hotel room during a meeting to discuss money he was owed for off-the-books work. He claims that after consuming a drink provided by Combs, he lost consciousness and woke up to being assaulted. He recounted chilling words allegedly spoken by Combs during the attack. "I'm almost done." Another plaintiff alleges he met Combs at a Manhattan nightclub in 2019 and was invited to an after party at the Park Hyatt Hotel. Okay, I'm not going to go through these again because I've already reported on them. If you check out my video that I just posted, I think it says 3 more suits by men, and it's got a picture of Diddy on it. Check that out. I talk about these filings in that video. But it says Combs' legal troubles have intensified in the recent months. The latest accusations follow a series of lawsuits filed against him, including high-profile case brought by his ex-girlfriend, Cassie Ventura, who alleged years of abuse and trafficking. That case was settled for an undisclosed amount, but additional claims have since surfaced, including allegations from former Diddy Danity Kane member Don Richard. Sorry. Combs, who has denied all allegations against him, remains detained at the Metropolitan Detention Center in Brooklyn on unrelated criminal charges, which I said he's not in jail for any of this stuff. Yeah, so, I don't know. I really don't know if I'm not saying anything's not possible. And I'm not for, you know, not allowing people to come and spill their truth. If you are a victim, by all means, file your complaint. But you just got to know that it's going to be others out there that aren't legit. And once there's smudges on accusations or allegations, then everybody's being looked at with the side eye. Everybody. Poor Lamisha just messed it up for a lot of people. And was that done on purpose? Who knows? I don't know. I can't determine what her logic was for coming out acting like that was her, when she knew up and down that was not her. Not even the same body frame. And also, I have to say, and I don't mean this in a mean way, Diddy has a type. And Lamisha, to me, was not that type. Now, granted, men don't really care sometimes about the look, but when you are of a certain standard, you gonna get the baddest, if not the cutest arm candy, whether that be man or woman. That's all I'm saying. Nothing's wrong with Lamisha. Not saying anything's wrong with her, but she doesn't fit the mold of what Diddy normally goes after. That's all I'm saying. Okay? Not ugly shaming anybody. I'm not talking about her looks. Her looks are fine. However, when it comes to Diddy, he clearly has a certain type. Y'all seen it. They're all model-esque type looking women that we've seen him out with. Kim Porter, Misa's gorgeous. Justin's mom. Chance's mom. I can't remember her name, but she's gorgeous. Cassie, gorgeous. He has a type. Definitely has a type. Jennifer Lopez. Need I go on? Need I go on? It is what it is. But anywho, that's all I got, y'all. All these celebs. Let me see what else they got on here before I decide to move on. So in Real House of Atlanta news, it says Kenya Moore throws shade at Nene Leakes filter use on social media while still giving her credit. Yeah, no, Nene Leakes uses too many filters all the time. Like, girl, you don't need all that. Okay, so Quondo Rondo ordered to serve 33 months in prison following his August plea deal. So what did he do? Okay, let's check this out real quick, and then I'm going to call it a night. Where's my stuff? So it says Quondo Rondo will spend over 2 years behind bars after accepting a plea deal in a rug case. The Georgia rapper, whose real name is Tyquan Bowman, was sentenced to 33 months in prison Wednesday for conspiracy to possess and distribute Maui Wowie. Initially facing up to 5 years, Bowman struck a plea deal in August pleading guilty to Maui Wowie charges while avoiding more serious drug-related offenses. Southern District of Georgia, U.S. Attorney Bradley Thompson requested a 37-month sentence, emphasizing Bowman's influence on young fans. He also referenced lyrics from Bowman's song "Life Goes On," which prosecutors connected to gang symbolism. Bowman's defense attorney, Tom Withers, sought a reduced sentence, citing Bowman's troubled upbringing and efforts to leave gang affiliations behind. Bowman himself apologized and accepted responsibility before Judge R. Stan Baker handed down the sentence, which includes 3 years of supervised release and a $40,000 fine. Bowman's legal troubles extend beyond this case. Federal prosecutors initially charged him with conspiring to distribute the cocaine and methamphetamine, fentanyl, and Maui Wowie. Under the plea agreements, charges related to harder substances were dropped, and Bowman seized property, including jewelry, will be returned. In June, Bowman faced a separate indictment for gang-related activity, but proceedings were indefinitely postponed. Additionally, he faces a 2025 trial for reckless driving and a civil lawsuit stemming from a 2023 car crash. Despite his sentencing beginning in January 2025, the rapper's future remains uncertain, intertwined with unresolved legal battles. So my mind went straight to, okay, so he's going to be behind bars. And I guess he's going to be serving his time in Georgia. My mind automatically thinks, like, are there any connections to Little Dirk, to anybody in the Georgia facility? Because I feel like even though he's behind bars, he's still not safe. You know how they can touch you and they don't have to be in the same state, city, state, what have you. They could be clearly halfway across the country or all the way across the country in this case and still touch him. My mind went there and I don't know why. Because he didn't get him. That's who Little Dirk's original target was for, supposedly, allegedly. And now he's going to be behind bars. Now, if he's out roaming free, even though he can still probably touch him there too, but I feel like my gut is not telling me, it's not sitting right. So I'm hoping and praying that I don't know neither side. I'm not a Little Dirk fan. I'm not a Quondo Rondo fan. I'm not either. I just feel like why is everybody being rounded up and thrown in jail and the key like tossed away? It just seems like it's a lot happening. With that being said, I'm going to call it a night. And leave this there. Please, before you leave the building, like, share, and subscribe. And if you haven't already done so, please like this video. With that being said, everyone be blessed. Peace.